All right, we are recording lesson 11-3 requests. Wednesday, April 17. Megan gets the first request. Meg?
Number 12.
Meg is interested in number 12.
Same.
Well, that's good. That's really good. That looks like a square in a circle. Kids, I'd like to be the only one talking. It's kind of the thought I had on the matter. It looks like we've got a center there. And Megan, am I right? Is this the only thing we know? 10 to the corner? All right, on this one, and most of them here, looks like we have a shaded area minus a punched out white area. I think we're going to go circle minus square. I'm guessing, Megan, that you're not asking about this circle part. You know how to do that? So we're going to go the square. And today we're going to use the apothem method, though there's other ways to do the square. Megan, we're going to have to finish out this triangle. Apothem is center to edge, so I need to have a triangle with one side that goes center to edge. Now, as in most of these, we're going to look at the angle at the center. I'm going to use Paul because he's close and very attentive. Paul, how many angles this size could be put in here all the way around? Because like you could put one of these here and one of these here, so two of them along this side. He's 8. He's on it. He's got 8. So 360 all the way around divided by 8. I'm thinking that's 45. So Megan, that's going to be helpful. Paul's telling us that's got to be a 45. Megan was a specialist when we did our 45-45 chapter lesson. She knows that if you know the long side of a 45-45-90, the short sides are both a match. And to get from long side to short side, don't you go 10 divided by square root of 2?
Yes. I have a question.
We have a question. Yes, ma'am?
Instead of doing 360 divided by 8, can you do 360 divided by 4 because there's 4 sides and then divided by 2?
Yeah, in fact, that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people say, well,
Just saying.
a lot of people say, well, I got to divide by 4 because there's 4 sides, and then there's 2 of them, so I divide. But I'm saying that you could save time. If you want to go divide by 4, divide by 2, that's the same as divide by 8. So you go either way, whichever you prefer. Divide by 8 is faster. All right. Megan, can you see, Megan, that this side of the square here is going to be twice as big as that?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm going to put 10 divided by the square root of 2 right here, you know? Squared times the same thing again. Some slick rascals out there know how to do that with it to the 4th power, but I'm just doing it this way so I can see what's going on. And this part's just going to be pi times 10 squared. So there are people here among us who can put all this in at once. And your calculator is pretty good at keeping that straight. if you do a pi times 10 squared minus this, a divide always has to be in a parentheses or it'll screw it up. You'll think it wrong. So you could do all this like this, or you could just do something simpler. If you know how to quick in your head switch that to this. Some folks would do that. It's less to put in. If you can see that's the same, well, that's fine too. Either way, Megan, it looks like you should get 114.2. I'm going to wait a few seconds and see how many of you get that.
What was that? Is that a minus sign? The first one.
And the first one's minus.
Well, I thought you just said a times.
This is a time. This is a multiply right here.
What are you supposed to get?
114.2.
Well,
So we may need some calculator coaching in a bit, okay? All right. If you put that all in at once, you will not have any trouble with a degrading answer where you round off in the middle and just keeps getting worse and you do like Josh and miss it by a couple tenths and have to argue somehow. Just put it all in at once. It's faster, it's better. Next request. Liz.
Number 11.
I'm going to do number 11 just for Liz. A regular octagon. Excellent choice.
Both times. I don't think they're close as we do.
Says that this regular octagon sides are 10. They don't have any of the lines drawn in, you know, Liz. But to do our figuring,
So, can I go get a drink?
yeah, please do. You're messing up our video here. That's Ross. That's Ross Ackerman. I believe he's dying right now. All right. You're going to have to sketch a triangle. And Liz, do one little line to the middle of the side, because that's where your apothem always is, to the middle. And then do another little line to a corner. Like so. And Liz, I'm going to ask you to do that little trick where you figure out how many of these triangles fit all the way around here.
So do 16.
You guys just be quiet.
okay.
24.
There's kids like
16.
Vince and Gavin and stuff are giving bad information out there.
There's 16.
She says 16. All right. Now Liz has correctly decided that 16 of these would fit all the way around because it's 8 sides and you can fit 2 of them along each side. But now she has to figure out 360 divided by 16. How much is that?
22.5.
She did that quickly. 22.5 degrees there. So there's a 22.5 degree angle right there. Liz, this apothem is always drawn to the center of the side right here, you know? So we may put a 5 right here.
Gotcha.
And we're going to need to figure this out because it's the apothem. And this goes back to a chapter that's last semester. Whoa, she just said tangent before I even finished my sentence. She's right. If you stand here, picture yourself there, then the 5 is the opposite, and the apothem here is the adjacent. So you would write that out like this. Tangent of 22.5 is equal to 5 over A. Do a little cross multiply on that. It looks like tan of 22.5A is equal to 5. So the apothem is equal to 5 divided by tan of 22.5. Now we're going to go do our formula because we know the apothem, and I think we can get the perimeter now. The area is 1/2 PA. So we're going to calculate up a 0.5 times a perimeter. You seeing 80 like I'm seeing 80?
Yep.
Yes, she is. And some people would calculate this up on the side, then they would round it off, then they would write it down, or then they would put it back into their calculator later again. I'm saying no need be doing that. You're just gonna make extra work, and your answer won't be as you get like answers like Josh Turneau. Just put the whole thing that gives it right in there. Put a 5 divided by tan of 22.5 in a little parentheses. Just put all the whole business in your calculator just right like that and punch it up as one mama. See if it works. If it works, you should be getting a 482.8.
Got it.
Yeah, Alex.
Good job, Alex.
Alex DeYoung. Got the problem right. Yeah.
Next request, remember, we're going to be going through number 20, so don't hold back. We're going to be doing a few sheets. Would you like those in front of you also?
Yeah.
Meg?
Can we do number 19?
19 for Megan. I'm glad to do stuff for Meg. She always does her whole assignment really well. She works hard, so I'll work hard for her. Love it, love it. Gonna do 19 now. Even though there's some people in here who think 19's a dumb request, the answer's in the back. Well, you're the dumb one if you don't learn how to do it. You know what I mean? 19 is a circle with a square in it. And a circle in that? Good grief, what do they think we are? I hope you can draw those better than I can. It looks like the only thing we know is the distance all the way to the edge of the big circle. That's 10. All right, since Megan asked, I'm going to ask her if she can tell me this angle right here. She's thinking about it.
Would it be 30?
Ask me for a hint.
Hint.
All right. There's two of these angles along, two of these little triangles along each side of the square, and there's 4 sides, so 8 of these will fit all the way around at 360. It's 45, kids. I'm going to put it right there, 45 degrees. Now, at one time, Megan did 45, 90s like they were child's play. See if she can still do it. Megan, you have a 10 for the long side of a 45, 90. Can you tell us how did we get down to the short side then? Nice. So right there, I'm going to put 10 divided by the square root of 2. Okay, that's true for this then too, isn't it, Megan, right there? Those are going to be the same? Somebody have a suggestion for overall plan on this triple feature here? Looking at what's shaded, Vince?
Circle, wait, are we trying to find, I don't know.
The shaded area.
Which is what?
Well, it's everything except this, and this.
Oh, okay, would it be, circle
Big circle?
minus square plus circle?
Ooh, I think he's nailed it. That'd be Vince.
Clapper.
Vince Clapper from period 6.
Social security.
So we're going to do big circle minus square plus little circle. Dylan, do we know the radius of the big circle?
Yes.
What's that then? Yeah, that's a good call. That's Dylan Burns. Alex, this is a square here. Do we know how big the side of a square is? Do we have what you need to find the side of the square?
20.
No. I'll ask Gable.
14.4.
How'd you do that?
How did you do that, Gable?
I took 10 over the square root of 2.
Which is this much. It's got to be the same as this. It's like half of one side.
Yes, and then I times that by 2, and then,
Yeah.
then just square that.
All right. But we would like to have it all down here so we can run one perfect answer. So that would be this 10 times the square root of 2 times 2. I'm just going to do this. 2 times 10 times the square root of 2 times itself. Wouldn't that give me the area of the square?
I hope so.
That's 2 parentheses right there in case you can't see it on this particular reception of video here. That's 2 parentheses because I want all of that to be taken times itself. Plus pi shall be z. Right here I need the radius of the little circle. Where am I going to be getting that?
The 10 divided by the square root of 2.
Nice. So the radius of the little circle is 10 divided by the square root of 2. And whatever that is, it should get squared because that's the formula, pi r squared. So a person should be able to put all this in at one crack. And Megan, you should be getting 271.2 then. If you don't, anybody that's not getting that, then they should call me later for some calculator button coaching. It's probably just need a extra parentheses is probably all that you need. All right, I'm going to pause this thing. I'm going to pass out some sheets. And you're going to look at these sheets that we're going to be doing for the assignment, and you're going to try to quickly scam out a couple more requests.